Hi again, Gregg Bell, the News-Tribune here at Lumen Field in Seattle. This was Geno Smith's bounce-back day. The Seahawks bounce-back day from a 34-point loss to Baltimore. It was really Geno Smith's bounce-back day. He throws for 369 yards, a career high, the most in his 11-year career. Sure, 64 of those were on a dump-off pass to running back Kenneth Walker for a touchdown in the second half. But even that play was progression for Geno Smith. Instead of forcing the ball down the field, as he said he was prone to do, 8 turnovers in the last 4 games, that was a check down play. That was supposed to be further down the field, and Washington took it away. A simple little 3-yard pass to Kenneth Walker becomes a touchdown, and the Seahawks had the lead. Geno Smith said the biggest thing for him this week was his mind, and Pete Carroll helped him settle it twice. Once Saturday night, before the game, he said Carroll reminded him and the team to, quote, quiet the noise in your head, quiet your mind. And of course, Geno Smith's heard a lot. He said he's his toughest critic, and he's hardest on himself. So no matter how mad you've been at him, he's been even more mad at himself the last 3 or 4 weeks, including that Baltimore debacle last week. So he was extra hard on himself this week. The second thing that Pete Carroll helped Geno Smith with was before the final drive of the game, 52 seconds left, before Smith took the field, Carroll said to him, hey, if we got to go to overtime, we'll go to overtime here. Make good, great decisions. Smith said that was Carroll's way of saying, don't be stupid with the ball. Don't go do anything crazy with the football here, harkening back to those 8 turnovers in the previous 4 games. And that, above everything else, Geno Smith today, with his 42 passes and 31 completions and 369 in yards and 2 touchdown passes, the fact that he had no turnovers, including with the game on the line, was the biggest difference between the Geno Smith of the previous 4 games, the Geno Smith at Baltimore, and the Geno Smith today in Seattle. No turnovers. The Seahawks will win most of their games the way their defense has been playing when they don't turn the ball over, including against Washington, a 4-6 team. After Carroll reassured Smith that they would be fine with overtime, Smith goes out, bang, bang, bang to DK Metcalf. Metcalf had a really nice play on the last catch over the middle. Time winding down, no timeouts. Washington probably thought he was just going to give up on that play. Metcalf swung back inside around his defender and gained about 10 more yards. That made it a much easier field goal for Jason Myers to drill it from 43 yards to win the game, his 5th field goal of the game. After the game, I talked to Metcalf about Geno Smith, and whether he said, and Metcalf said he didn't hear it, but whether he did or not, the fans here booed him, or Smith, early in the game when the offense was misfiring on just 3 field goals despite 225 yards in the first half. And Metcalf said, I didn't hear the boos. I don't listen to that stuff. Smith has done it so many times for us already in the year and a half he's been our quarterback that we believe in him. And today reinforced the belief the Seahawks have in him that when Smith has a clear mind, as poised as he is in times like that, when he doesn't turn the ball over, their chances to win obviously skyrocket. Defensively, Deon Witherspoon might have won the Rookie of the Week again this week for his performance just in the first half today. 3 pass breakups, including the second play of the game on Terry McLaurin, Washington's best receiver. It got to the point that Washington took McLaurin out of the middle of the field where Witherspoon was in nickel. The Seahawks were almost exclusively nickel today because they knew Washington wasn't going to run consistently. They took McLaurin out of the middle of the field to get him away from Witherspoon. That's how much Witherspoon was dominant in the first half. 3 passes batted away. And then in the second half, Witherspoon really made an expert play to force a fumble. He had quarterback Sam Howell held up at the end of a scramble by the quarterback for a first down, held him up, had teammate Quandre Diggs under him and knew that. And as the quarterback was going to the ground, Witherspoon ripped the ball from him and got a turnover. Now the Seahawks offense didn't do anything with that turnover, and it stayed a 16-12 lead for Seattle. But Witherspoon's savviness on plays like that, knowing the quarterback was not going any further, was wrapped up and he had teammate help, and that's when you go for the strip and the fumble, not in the open field like Reek Woolen had done the previous week in Baltimore and others did, trying to get the ball out of the Ravens. It's those kind of plays that make him beyond his years, and at 22, heck, he could win another Player of the Rookie of the Month award after he won it in October. Pete Carroll after the game was glowing about that forced fumble by Witherspoon and how heady of a play that was and how aggressive Witherspoon played overall. Here they are, 6-3. For all the things we've talked about, broken down, and you've complained about, they're 6-3. Same record as the 49ers, who boat raced the Jaguars in Jacksonville today. Same records atop the NFC West. They're going to play on Thanksgiving night here in Seattle. First, the Seahawks go to the Rams. That's never a picnic. Same Rams team. Yeah, they're 3-6. They had a bye today. Same Rams team that beat Seattle on this field 30-13 in the opener in September. All my coverage is at theNews-Tribune.com. On Twitter at GBellSeattle. As always, thanks for watching.